Nickelodeon new CEO. Did you hear about this? Like, out of everybody they could have hired as a new CEO. Did you hear about this?
No, this isn't.
Breaking news. Go ahead, Rob. Play Nickelodeon.
No, it's not Diddy. No.
Nickelodeon just announced Diddy hired as a new president of Nickelodeon Studios, according to Babylon Bee. Which by the way,
oh my God,
very
terrible.
strategic. Why would Nickelodeon hire Diddy at a time like this?
That's kind of weird.
Well, maybe he needs to pay for a legal defense fund.
Or maybe it's a satire website
It's a satire.
for the people that
I
are
was just gonna
freaking
say,
out
it's
right now.
Babylon Bee.
By the way,
it's funny.
Honestly,
they do funny stuff.
This is obviously. There's nothing funny about what Nickelodeon did with Schneider, nothing. And there's nothing funny about what he's doing. But what a interesting angle for Babylon Bee to take the story to say that Diddy's not going there. Now,
I don't even know if that's a current picture.
No, it's the foot
of Diddy. Oh. There was a more updated picture of him recently. There he is.
That's the updated photo of Diddy. That's,
I don't know if you saw that recently.
Antonio Brown posted that.
No, he didn't.
Antonio Brown posted.
And who?
Antonio?
There's no way Antonio Brown posted that.
AB posted that.
Can you go to his Twitter?
I want to see.
Are you saying that AB would never post a picture like that?
City.
Well, Chris from Valuetainment Media is like, Vinny, he sent me this and said...
There's no way he posted that.
Keep going.
I believe he did.
He's got a bunch.
I believe he did.
Okay.
Can we?
By the way,
wait.
directed by Dan Schneider.
You don't understand.
I didn't see that.
Pat.
The soundtrack is by.
What's the soundtrack by? R. Kelly.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my!
Can we address?
No. It's just a parody.
The lawyer is quiet.
Just a parody.
Like, I'm not getting sued for defamation. You guys are going down alone.
Can we address some of the legal allegations on this? Is this something that we can even?
Is that where you're going?
Yeah, I'd like to know
Trafficking.
From a legal standpoint.
Trafficking.
What this case is even looking like. Have they even arrested Diddy yet? What like? I know you're not handling this case whatsoever.
No.
But everybody is talking about this. It's nonstop.
Yeah.
Here we go. These two stepbrothers are out here. From a legal standpoint, what does this look like? The raid, FBI?
So, I mean, you're asking me about a raid when I've seen raids happen to my clients that have no business happening. I understand that there was a plane with one of his, they called it his drug runner, his 25-year-old kid.
Going to Antigua.
He was arrested. I know that. I know that obviously there are accusations of trafficking. And you've seen a lot of reels been coming up about, that's his, that gentleman was arrested.
His drug mule.
Drug mule, exactly. And, his homes were raided. Obviously, he wasn't arrested. He was on a plane, I believe, somewhere near St. Bart's or in the Caribbean somewhere, and he was able to leave the country. Obviously, there's no warrants out for his arrest. We would know about that. So something is going on. Do I necessarily believe everything I see? No. I've gotten a bit past that in the past 3 years. So we'll wait and see. And I think everybody has a right to have their day in court. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. You don't know. You don't know. And by the way, I'm still waiting on the list from Epstein.
How crazy. And you know what I'm waiting for? Show us 1 minute from one of the cameras that he had in his house. Just one of them. Because a report came out yesterday that somebody showed a little camera when they did the FBI raid. They were everywhere in the house.
But that's what they do.
That's what they do to blackmail you.
I saw it in with Trump, with Mar-a-Lago. And I was with the president when that raid happened. I was with him in New York. Oh, wow. And I was sitting there when we got the call that your home is currently being raided. And over documents, and he had a right to have that Biden didn't. Okay. So we're sitting here watching this hypocrisy. And I have to say, you don't know. I never know. He had an ex-girlfriend, I think, that was upset, or ex-fiance. She made accusations. They obviously have to do what they have to do to investigate those. Those are serious crimes. Sex trafficking, real sex trafficking, anything with minors, I have no tolerance for.
Are you talking about Cassie?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to show you two clips. Here's Usher on Howard Stern. Rob, how long is the clip that you have? Is this when he asks him about
Puffy
this is
flavor camp?
Yeah, go ahead and play this. Watch it.
It's about a minute, right? Yeah. Okay. Wait till the end, though.
To New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor
He's 13
Camp.
at the time.
Adam, let us hear it. Go back 5 seconds, please. Go back, because what he called it right there is what's key. Go ahead.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really.
Not really.
Hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle,
Right.
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty
13
wild.
So
years
nobody
old.
tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I ain't
and
say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things
So
taking
that's
place,
called rape.
and I didn't necessarily understand.
When you're 13, and an
Biggie
adult
Smalls
does
was
that.
there.
Biggie Smalls was there, Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people
all
are
of
hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans,
your
Jodeci,
parents were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige.
Yeah, good
they
job.
knew nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
You're
Did you have to
13.
doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep
this
you
guy.
humble
Diddy.
somewhat?
So
or are you
crazy.
just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have
can pause it.
money?
Okay.
How is that How is that normal at any time?
Do you have the part where they said, "Would you let your kids go there?" He goes,
keep playing.
"Hell no."
Keep playing it, Rob, because I think it's at the end.
Per damn. I had like,
Yeah,
like
what a
living
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
See?
Yeah, that's the thing. Right?
Concerning.
I have kids. I don't even post. And then, the Twitter trolls will be, we're her kids. Well, I'm protecting them. And this is sad. I mean, this is sad. And this one with Bieber.
This is the
same
Bieber
thing.
one? Yeah.
Where are the parents?
Yeah, and which parent would say, you know what? We don't know you. We know that you're a celebrity. Go and hang out with this guy for weeks on end by yourself. And at what time, at what era is this cool?
In the most critical years, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. How is this, Alina?
They
have you
both
seen this clip?
turn-
How is this normal?
So-
They both
Okay.
turn into superstars.
Yeah.
That's the sacrifice you make.
Yeah, well, that's the sacrifice. But one of them had to go to
Morals.
church and he freaking lost his mind. Can you play this one? How's this?
He's in. You ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy. Him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives. Like, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
What the?
I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So
Jesus.
and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
What?
That's disturbing, by the way.
Why?
That's disturbing.
What does that have to do with making music?
Yeah. That's
Absolutely.
Who's this guy, Rob? Who's the girl?
I believe this is a former dancer of Diddy's who talks. She doesn't give specifics, but she talks about some of the things that she witnessed while she was there.
Play the clip.
Oh, yeah. We all have stories. Seriously, we all have stories. Mine is horrific, and only 5 people know it.
Well, you're about to be called
And
as a
I probably
witness.
will never tell it.
Yeah,
But it's-
you're about to get subpoenaed.
Since then, I've been
Really?
like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and I
she's
also
done.
am very
She's-
intimately aware that you tell your truth and you become victimized over and over and over and over and over and over. And mind you, I then interviewed him many times. I have a lot of stories, y'all. I've been in Hollywood for 25 years, maybe longer, 30. I got a lot of stories. Unfortunately, maybe I'll write a book one day. But it just is so traumatizing that women just want to live every day and feel safe. And when we revisit, we live in a state of victimhood. And nobody wants to live there. So for those who are like, why didn't you say something then? Because we just want to live. We want to be happy. And we really want to forget the trauma. So there's that.
Well,
not going to be called.
Diddy made a statement
Diddy's
recently.
lawyer made a statement.
This is something that Diddy wrote right prior to everything that was going on.
He called it a witch hunt, I think.
Yeah, he called it a witch hunt.
Yeah.
Vinny, you want to read this?
For the last couple of weeks, and Rob, I just sent you something too, if you could please show that. For the last couple of weeks, I've sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me, my individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Sean Diddy Combs. Now, this came out, Joy Reid, MSNBC. This guy said one of his friends was an intern, and look what Diddy said for him to get the intern job. Check this out. I saw this last night.
Disturbed many years ago. Okay, I know this man well enough to call him and say, hey, I need a favor.
Yeah.
And this might have been 10, 12 years ago that I called him and say, I have a family member who I want you to hire them as an intern.
Diddy,
and,
talk about Diddy.
I have never talked about this publicly. And he said yes. And they were flying around, one of the interns, Atlanta, Miami, whatever, on the jet, in the house, whatever. And then the internship stopped abruptly, like 3 or 4 months into it.
Yeah.
And I spoke to my family member, like, well, what happened? And they wouldn't say.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did it end? He wouldn't say. And years later, they finally came out, and this a male, and said that Puff had said, come home, stay the night with me, or the internship is over. And they said, absolutely not. He said, absolutely not. And the internship ended. But from there, I was like, oh.
Like, think about it. Diddy said, listen, you want this job? Come, let's hook up, and then you can get the job. And the guy said no. Like, I think it's, when are we going to stop pretending that Hollywood, the music industry, all these people from Epstein, it's not a secret, but we all kind of just, we brush it away. It's a real serious
Mace
problem.
is being interviewed. Rob, just check to see if there's audio music in it or no.
This is Mace?
If you can check.
Where the hell's he been?
Music.
God, Mace.
So check this out. So Mace, this is Mace in 2002.
Okay.
He steps away. He's the guy that stepped away. And look what he says in this interview. This is 22 years ago. Go ahead. And by the way, Mace is an OG guy.
OG in church. He went to church.
Yeah.
All is well with him.
Have you spoken to Puff lately? Do y'all talk or what?
Well, actually, we not really on speaking terms, but I still pray for the dude, and I pray that all is well with him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, P. Diddy's supposed to be releasing a gospel album. What came to your mind when you heard that? What thoughts did you have?
Y'all want me to answer that?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, can RuPaul put out a gospel album?
Can you imagine? Wow.
But don't you think that everybody can express themselves?
Definitely.
And if he,
they can. You ask me, I'm just answering how.
Wow.
Actually,
Can RuPaul create a gospel item?
He's basically saying a gay man, can he put out
and
something?
Mace is not a pushover, lightweight guy. This guy.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I actually played basketball with Mace a couple years ago. I was like, oh, what are you up to these days? He's like, just with my kids and God, man. Just my kids and God. I was like, good for you, bro. Rob, I don't know if we can play that TikTok thing we talked about with a guy. It's like a procession of, I told this was about to happen. I told you this was about to happen. I told this about to happen.
Yeah, the one.
Story and story and story and story. Look, innocent until proven guilty. We get it. Something's fishy out here with Diddy.
Yeah.
We all know that.
More than fishy. What do you mean? It's in the ocean and there's fish on you. What are you talking about?
There's jaws
fishy.
out here.
And again, why
play
would you
that?
stop saying fishy? It's there. Like Epstein exposed it. Epstein got caught and they suicided him in jail. Let's stop pretending this game. Diddy, and I'm tired of hearing if there's smoke, there's fire. The house has burned to the ground, bro. How many more people is it going to take to be like, okay, he actually... I was molested or raped.
I don't understand why he wasn't arrested.
That's what I'm saying. What are we talking about?
If that's truly, if they had enough to go raid the home, or, we'll see what comes now. So they arrested people, they raided the home, we'll see what they found, and then, what it is.
Yeah.
Whether, who
Is there
knows what they're looking for, pedophilia.
Exactly.
Or what.
Like, is there a warrant for him? Because
you have to go to a judge. And there's an emergent judge for these kinds of things. And you say, look, we've done an investigation. We've interviewed these people in a special proceeding or a grand jury, and we have reason to believe XYZ. We would like to go raid.
Mm-hmm.
And then the judge signs off on it. So there is a procedure for that.
So, but Lena, and I'm so confused because, like, for instance, the Cassie thing, right? She comes out, she does all these depositions, she does all these things, and we see she's written it. She's deposed, whatever affidavit she signed, and she's like, they drugged me, they raped me, they did all this.
Where's the DA?
These are crimes,
Where's
right?
the DA?
How and money just shuts it and it goes away. No, pay her, but you have to do time. You have to come and face the legal ramifications for drugging and raping women, and God knows what he's doing with kids. How does that work?
Yeah.
I got a video that I obviously we're not going to play this video.
Okay.
Well,
But
not the audio one, please.
Of course, we're not going to play this video.
Did you get this one working, by the way, Rob?
The video that there's this video with the audio of a security guy says, "I don't drink champagne," because he always spikes the champagne
All
and
of the
drinks, so
drinks.
guys pass out, and then boom. And he says,
seriously,
I
he
think I
says,
never want to see that vision from you again. And then boom.
And then boom.
But this guy who is in the room, allegedly, it's I think it's me. The video.
It's an audio recording.
It's the audio recording, and he's putting it out on TikTok. It's gone viral. It's pretty fun. I'm not going to play that clip, but go ahead and play this clip, Rob. This is when? This is December 14, 2023. Go ahead.
But there's multiple videos.
Just play one of them. The first one, Rob. Go ahead.
Some storages or some of Puffy properties be getting raided real soon.
This was 3 months ago.
They need to get to those tapes.
Oh, wow.
They get one of those tapes.
Yep.
With him with those little people that's been making the accusations.
Little people.
Woo! Man. Done.
Whoa.
But Puffy the type he'll blow his brains out. Guarantee you.
Holy shit.
Or do like he did on that court screw lie. How he did. The next thing that's going to be happening, and after this is now you're going to start seeing some criminal investigations getting opened.
Psychic.
And because when you get too much of this smoke, law enforcement generally gets involved. So that'll be the next thing that will be happening to Puffy, unfortunately, for his sake. Y'all know I'm one that believes if you ain't getting psychological help, getting some type of help.
You can pause right
So let me ask you guys a question. So there's a couple of things happening. When he's talking about, and this was in, what month was it, Rob?
February.
So it's January, February, and March.
So January,
He
he's
put that
like,
video.
he's predicting, which apparently he's psychic.
He does multiple predictions up until the actual raid.
Yeah, but-
He's obviously a cooperating witness.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
He's not predicting.
So what does that
He's a
mean?
cooperating witness.
Meaning
He's talking to the feds.
Yeah.
He's a fed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
There's no question that guy's going to be on the stage. So you know, he doesn't have ESP. The guy clearly was working with the government.
Yeah.
And it's not Nostradamus. He has a deal.
Yeah. But so there's two things, though. When they're saying that they're looking for those tapes, he could be talking about, obviously, the law enforcement, the Department of Justice. He could also be talking about, what about the powers that be? Because the powers that be that killed Jeffrey Epstein, and I'm going to say they killed Jeffrey Epstein. Imagine those phone calls, Alina, where they're like, you pick up the phone, it's like, hey, listen, this is going to come out. He's going to jail. He's arrested. He's in prison. He's going to talk because we have the footage. What do we do with him? How much of an option, like what's the percentage you guys would put that the powers that be, the real people that are on the sticks, mind you.
Like the Boeing guy. Did you hear about the Boeing whistleblower?
Yeah, the guy that was so overwhelmed by exposing them, he shot himself in his head in his car after telling friends and family, I would never kill myself. Yeah. There's a weird trend going around where when you speak the truth.
We're interviewing the lawyer in 2.5 hours.
I love that.
Yeah.
One lawyer?
Yeah, we're interviewing the main lawyer in 2.5 hours.
Are you suicidal?
No,
you feel
curious.
good.
I'm not suicidal.
I'm not suicidal. Right? I love my life.
Me too.
I love my life.
Tom, you love your life?
Very much so.
Okay, good.
We're all in agreement on
Everybody
this.
loves life.
Thank you.
I love life.
Life.
Rob, you say it too, Rob.
Rob, say it. Put your pants up. Okay,
there we go. We're all good.
I can no longer remain in today's Democratic Party.
Tulsi Gabbard says she is no longer a Democrat. A potential Tulsi Gabbard VP.
Where we are being told that we just have to comply and go along with whatever they say. American people are smarter than this. However, we must remain vigilant to recognize their propaganda for what it is, pure lie. Unfortunately, we live in a time where free speech is under attack. Whatever they say goes, and we have to just follow. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology. Taking on Kamala Harris on a debate stage before, I would look forward to doing that again.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.